Merhaba YouTube ALSENYAZ Oyun kanalına hoş geldiniz. Ben İsa. Vampyr serisine kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. İyi seyirler, başlayalım. Şimdi en son kaldığımız yerde bizden güçlü vampirler vardı. Vampirler değil, daha doğrusu haydutlar vardı geçemediğimiz. Şimdi burada ne yapacağız onu bir karar verelim önce. Diğerlerini seçebiliyorsan hepsini seçeyim. Yok, seçeyim. Tamam. Hatta şunu bir deneyeceğim bakalım. Hasta olanları nasıl iyileştirebiliyoruz acaba? Bir tane ilaç gösteriyor ama o ilaçtan ben bir tane ürettim. Onları mesela niye kullanamıyorum? Seviyemizi yükseltiriz. Bu diğer ana görevin olduğu yere gitmemiz için yine en azından 14-15 seviye olmamız lazım. Daha çok var. Karşıya geçiyorum. Karşıya geçtik. Güzel. Işığa çok yüksek değil. seviyelik var onun yanındaki. 3 kişi var. Ben neyse. Ama şuradakileri indiremem ya. Kasa geçiyor. İkisi de yok mu indirim? Hangisi? Gel bakalım.
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Bu parça oldu. olmuş anlamıyorum. Da yerine yemesi geliyor. Oyundan çıkmadı. Oyundan çıkınca büyük ihtimalle yenileniyordu da.
It's locked, all right.
İşte ondan istiyor aslında. Bununla mesela ben şeyleri nasıl eleştirebildiğimi bilmiyorum. Niye gösterdi? Ölü. Niye öldü?
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
Hastaya mı versek, annesine mi versek? Yani bence şey yapalım, annesine ver.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe, for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald, he found me and saved me.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Waste your time with me.
Annesine mi versem, bunu versem çok karışsın. Yok ya bunlar.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help. And for your silence.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I'll think about it. Now, please, let me be.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
But in the circumstances, I'm
Despair is a deadly poison I've tasted myself, sir. We're only tempted to drink it because we're terrified by the uncertainty of the next minute.
I know that perfectly, Doctor, for I waited for so long, hoping that the next minute would be less unbearable.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again? He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
Your empathy is remarkable, but I fear that your son's decision to end his life has already been made.
How dare you talk to a mother like that? Talk to me like that?
I'm only trying to be honest, Mrs. Goswick. As painful as this fatal end may be for you, you have to accept this is a possibility.
No, I'll never accept it. If my son was to die under your care, well, you have no idea what I'm capable of, Dr. Reed.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place, but couldn't.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed. It's like he carries everyone's...
I have read your son's suicide note. It was not an impulsive gesture, nor was it his first attempt.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before. But I never thought he would dare to punish me this much.
Punish you? Why?
I've known for a long time he was not happy with his life. But I always hoped he cared enough to avoid making me suffer like this. As...
Why?
I think it...
Tell me,
The ambulance...
what do you mean?
She managed...
I
don't
I'm alright.
Goodbye.
Don't waste your time with me.
Diğer görevleri seçelim.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Fuck, it's fast!
I cannot enter.
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Doğru değil. Cümle indirmezse böyle indirmem. Yüksek ya. Tek tek kapısını diyorum da tiyatro sıkıntı.
This is no place for a gentleman. Gone! Off your trot! It's a lead!
We've got one of them!
ihtimal. Adam çıkarsa hiç şaşırmam.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again. Goodbye, Mr. Ch.
Never ceases to
Good evening, Miss
I
Howard.
need blood, Doc.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind. Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You are no vampire. You are a delusional woman, convinced she is something she is not.
How convenient to call delusional anyone who does not share your precious rationale, Dr. Reed.
I'll leave you, Mr.
Damn. The pain.
seveceğim bilmiyorum. Bu şey söylediği şeyleri öğretirim öğretmesi ama nasıl kullanıyorum bilmiyorum.
I'm all right.
Good evening, Miss.
I'm okay.
Nasıl kullanacağımı hiç bilmiyorum. Hiç bilmiyorum daha. Yatıp bir muayene el.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical...
Do you know you're the only one who's up?
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye.
Good evening, sir. What a blunder.
Bayağı bir yorgunluk şey lazım. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tane şey lazım.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Is there anything...
Really?
O zaman şöyle yapayım.
I will... Goodbye.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening. Please, of course.
Satabileceğim bir şey yok o zaman. Param ne kadar acaba? Önce hepsinden bir tane alsın. Vallahi neyden lazım bilmiyorum ki, ona göre alırım yani. Yok, diğer lazım olan şeyden yok. Onu da nasıl üreteceğim bilmiyorum.
Good evening, Miss.
I need blood.
Do you require...
I have no...
I'll leave you, Mr.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Evening.
Soldier.
Not really.
As long as you...
Don't think you can...
Goodbye.
Simpletons, these nurses. Great, no respect.
Goodbye.
His daily routine.
Someone's poached my blanket. Oh, the cold will be my death.
I'm quite...
Do you need my...
Don't be...
Then you are...
I wish there's...
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. You always knew the words to calm.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, Doctor.
Is there a...
Really?
Unfortunately... Goodbye.
Always knew the words to calm the children. As for me,
But in the
what a blundering idiot.
Vermiş miydim? Vermedik.
Do you need Wilderbrooks? Don't... And that is a... Goodbye.
More bodies will arrive and then sadly depart. I'm managing a trade.
It's locked.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you recall?
I will be.
No.
I'll try.
Goodbye. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Goodbye.
Başka var mı? İki kişi var. Biri yorgun, diğeri bundan mesela bunun ilacını biz üretemiyoruz şu an. Bu eleman yeni ölebilir. Ama bunu halletmemiz lazım. Şoför nerede? Şoför kim bilir nerede?
Sometimes you act like a real jerk, you know that?
Oh, come on, Ozzy, don't be like that.
What, like what? Like someone who felt betrayed by the man he loves? Did you ever even try to find me? Rescue me?
You know, it's not like that. I wanted to. I was so afraid to leave the hospital, not to be seen with you.
We survived this shit together. That's all that matters. I know you did your best. Fuck the war, right? And fuck them all.
Fuck the war. Fuck them all.
Şoför nerede ya?
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need any?
I'm afraid
Our job.
that's easy for you.
I-
Wise choice.
Ne lazım bilmiyorum ki. Bence şu an paramı harcamayayım. İleride belki daha çok lazım olur. Orada buradan şimdi gidiyorum diğer bölgeye. Şimdi bakalım gitmeden önce. Orada bir şu eleman kaldı. Bunu da şu anlık iyileştiremem. Bunun tedavisini bilmiyorum çünkü. Bundan var mı? Bu elemanın yanına gidebiliriz ama neredeydi hatırlamıyorum.
We fought for England.
Hello again.
Good evening, Doctor.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
İlgilendirmez sonuçta.
Maybe a time will come when you'll not have to hide who you are. But for now, I can only advise caution.
I know, Dr. Reed. Oswald wouldn't survive behind bars. He wouldn't live long if we were separated.
Goodbye, Miss... Hello.
Yes?
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck 'em all.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Çocukluğuyla alakalı önce.
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm, had a bloody fantastic childhood.
Goodbye, Mr.
Çok da önemli değil zaten.
Watch yourself! Take its head! Best be on your... There's one of them!
Die, vermin!
Yok. Çok sağlam. Canını doğru düzgün indiremiyorum. Hiç yoktan denemiş olduk ya. Seviyesi yüksek. Artık kaç seviye ise. Bir kere daha deneyelim arkadaşlar. Ölürsem tekrar bölüm sonu yaparız. Bir sonraki bölüm devam ederiz. yakalayamadan hemen ışınlanıyor. Bir kere bunu ışınlanıyorsun. Çok daha sabır.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Neyse arkadaşlar, burada bölüm sonu yapalım. Videoyu beğendiyseniz beğenmeyi, yorum bırakmayı, abone olmayı unutmayın. Sonraki bölümde görüşürüz. Kendinize iyi bakın. Hoşçakalın.